Here is the entry to the flashing light prize of 2018. The objective is to flash a neon light at a 1 Hertz rate and a 50% duty cycle. So our candidate bulb is a bulb from Bulgaria, found on eBay, and it runs on 230 volts normally, AC, but in this case we're going to run it on DC. Here's our power supply, 25 9-volt batteries. 9-volt batteries are kind of neat because of their terminals. They'll snap into each other and daisy chain to give you whatever voltage you want, at least in 9-volt increments. And we're reading 231.5 volts right now off the battery pack. So let's start the flasher. There it goes. As you can see, it's not drawing much current. The maximum range I'm on there is 12 milliamps. So it's only drawing maybe 2 or 3 milliamps, although it's hard to tell because it's pulsing. So the normal relaxation oscillator with a neon bulb puts a capacitor across the bulb and a resistor in series with the bulb and capacitor. However, that won't work with bulbs designed to be plugged into the power line. They put a resistor inside the bulb to limit the current so the bulb won't explode when you plug it into the power line, and limits the current through it. So to make it flash, we put the resistor capacitor RC circuit in series with the bulb. That way the bulb will flash because when you first apply power DC wise, current flows through the capacitor for a short time, and when it does that, it's going to flow through the bulb and light it. But as the capacitor gets charged, it blocks the DC current, and so the bulb goes out for a short period, and the capacitor discharges through the resistor across it, and then the sequence starts all over again. So that's how you make it flash when it's designed for 120 or 230 volts. And as you can see, the elements, there's actually 2 separate electrodes in there, and only one of them is glowing. I believe it's a negative one. I'd have to look that up. One of the terminals, when it's DC, will glow, but the other won't. So I'm checking the clock on the camera, and I forgot to check it when I started, so I'm not sure if I've got a minute. I think I've got a minute, but we'll run it a little longer. Try to keep the bulb in the background as we look at the voltage across the bulb is on the oscilloscope. So the negative swings are when the capacitor is passing the current through to the bulb, and then when it goes positive, that's when the bulb goes out, the capacitor is charged, and then it slowly discharges and finally hits that magic voltage and drops back down again. So at any rate, you can see it, see the waveform, and it's reading about 949 millihertz, so it's real close to 1 Hertz, and it'll vary because it's just a resistor and capacitor circuit. There's nothing to make it exactly flash at 1 Hertz, but it's very close. And the duty cycle isn't perfectly 50%, but what the heck, it's a Bulgarian light bulb. So I think that's been enough flashing. It'll keep flashing for quite a while because it's not drawing that much current from the batteries. There's the entry for the Flashing Light Prize of 2018.